It is time for another vintage pair review, and I'm going to show you this beautiful model from mid-90s. Hey guys, welcome back to our Kick Students channel, and today we're looking at the Reebok Interval from 1997, or Reebok Interval 2, how some of us know it and how we called it back in the day. And those of you that are familiar with the original Interval, you know that Reebok gave it some love a couple years back. They returned it on the market with the retro, with some of the original colorways, with a lot of being released across the globe. And this shoe was made popular from 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. It was one of those always on feet on every single US team player and other countries as well, those that had contract with Reebok. The original designer, Mr. Ralph Serna, one of the greatest designers, one of the nicest people I know, and very good friend of mine. And when I show him that I have this Interval 2, he was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna send you some of my original drawings. So you're gonna see them somewhere over here behind me on the video, the original sketches he made for the shoe before he actually departed the company. He created a design, he drew it and everything else, and actually he departed before the shoe was released on the market. He went to Vans after Reebok. But what's specific about this shoe is you guys are gonna see him on the close-ups, and what's different compared to the original Interval is a few things, a few elements that are kind of noticeable to me. We have a little bit more kind of a three-dimensional structure for the vector, a little bit more pop on the elements, and the middle element of the vector is actually translucent here. It's completely transparent, and you can see the fabric underneath. That's a great touch. I really love what he created here, and I'm happy that Reebok preserved that design and preserved that same design cues in the retail model. We have vector on the heel, 3M material on the heel, 3M material on the both sides of the toe box as well. Again, this is real 3M. There's a stickers on the shoes for 3M because it's a 3M by Scotchlite, not just some generic reflective material that we see a ton nowadays from other companies. The lacing system here is hidden. It's kind of underneath with bungees. Laces the shoe very nicely. The thong is typical 90s runner's thong, well sculptured with a little indentation on the top, so you can really have a better motion on your foot. Perforations throughout the whole foam of the thong to give you a little bit more heat dissipation. A nice Reebok vector right on top of it, and obviously production date is 97 April right here. And you will notice the sizing of these. Actually, this is women's size, but it kind of matches my men's size because these are women's size 9.5. Fits me perfectly well, and they're the exact same ones that were made for the men as well, just slightly different colorways. Now, when you look at the insole is my favorite EVA Reebok Athletics with the sculptured midfoot section where your arch is removable. You can wash these, refresh them, do anything you want and replace them. This was one of the favorite things I have with these shoes. Nice and wide, extra hole in the back of the top lace loop for the runner's knot. Really like these, were absolutely tailored towards performance runners. And speaking of performance runners, we have giant ultra hexalite patch in the heel. Nothing on the forefoot, at least is not advertised, and I didn't see anything on the catalog advertised with forefoot. But we have a big right underneath your heel patch of ultra hexalite, and let me tell you, even today, combination with the EVA of the midsole, which is very soft, and this ultra hexalite, they still feel like I felt them back in the day. And just like a lot of people asking me, how do you compare them to some of the modern days or some other companies? The closest I can compare it to is to Nike Zoom. This is how ultra hexalite feels to me as Nike Zoom. Outsole, very thick rubber. We have a combination between black and blue. Reebok logo, hexalite logo, and very interesting shape of where the ultra hexalite is visible. You can see it. These are super preserved and very nicely made. Interesting kind of indentations on the forefoot as well, right on top of the toe lip, and plenty of padding all around the heel. Plush padding, I'm talking about this exact same one that's been in so many sneakers in the 90s. That kind of feels like this sort of a sock-like or towel-like, very soft padding. Love it. The tone is not gusseted, it's only held in the bottom. and there's nothing on the middle of it to keep it stabilized. So that's interesting choice that Reebok did at the time. But regardless, I'm super happy to find this pair and add it to the collection. Bought it a couple months back off eBay. Obviously, I'm always on the lookout for anything that it's in my size, vintage, that I know will be wearable, or at least to a sense of I can wear around the house. Obviously not outside, because it's a collector piece for me. I'm not gonna wear them on the streets. I don't want them to get completely destroyed, but something I know when I pull them outside of the box, they're not gonna fall apart. Almost forgot about the midsole. You will see the gray portion on the medial side, dual density midsole. Reebok and other companies were doing great at the time, where actually they did dual density midsoles at this, where your medial side is more supported for runners, for people like me that tend to shift their foot inwards or their pronoun. So yeah, this was great addition right here. This shoe was made for runners. So yeah, long story short, love it. Great that I was able to find it. Huge thumbs up for Mr. Ralph Serna for sharing his original sketches of this beautiful shoe and this beautiful design. And again, hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Check out some of the other videos coming very, very soon. I have tons of them to share with you. And as always, guys, you have a wonderful day.